Alright, welcome back, y'all. Welcome to our jungle. So, the other day, and here in a minute we're going to walk you through exactly what we've done so far with the Watermaker install, but the other day, Bailey and I from Seawater Pro did the majority of all the mounting, got all of the filters put in, got the high pressure pump and motor put in, we got the new seacock put in when we were on the hard, and I'm just not quite comfortable finishing up all the rest of the part with like cutting into the wood, putting the brine discharge, the electrical, running to the tanks. So we have a professional installer on his way now, and we're trying to prep everything. So we literally have to tear apart our bedroom.
Every single room.
Tear apart this bedroom. We have to tear apart the front bedroom. So what we're doing right now, there's the first time running the pump, there's basically some like stored oil in there that we don't want flowing into the membrane. So we've disconnected this high pressure line from the membrane. We're just gonna basically flush the system.
That bucket's also dirty, so. But it looks clean coming out of it.
Yeah, so just the initial.
Oh my god, can I like put it in my mouth?
Alright, so boost.
Got good boost pump pressure.
Okay,
So now what's happening is it's blasting in the water this way.
Okay, so the water's coming through the seacock up to the filters right now.
Yep.
Well, so we're not getting any pressure off the high pressure motor right now. High pressure pump and motor, so we're trying to figure that out. We got everything running yesterday, and for whatever reason we weren't getting any high pressure. So there's a chance I screwed up the install and forgot to put a keyway in, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. So we think that we might have just happened to like, I don't know, apparently these things never have any problems and we just happened to get like a bad one. But look at this customer service. We already have her with us on the boat the next day, brought us a fresh one, so we're just gonna try that out and see how it goes. As far as you film, I can't get it to work.
With me a little, back and forth. Hold on. We got water. Ayo.
So I was just gonna give you guys a quick walkthrough of how the Watermaker we just put in works, and yeah, how tough it was to install it, because there's not a lot of room on Benetou's, or at least a 39-foot Beneteau. You can see this position I'm in right now is very uncomfortable, and it was like this mostly install. But I'm going to walk you guys through step by step how we did everything just real quick, not going to go too far into depth. But basically while we were in the yard, I had a 3/4 inch through hole put in with, and they actually put it on the wrong side of the shaft. I asked them to put it on this side of the shaft, they put it on the other, but that's okay, we made it work. So then with 3/4 inch hose, we have it running up to our 3/4 inch raw water sea strainer. From the sea strainer, we used a few adapters and connected this low pressure pump, which is a 1/2 inch connection, so I had to have an adapter to get it directly onto the sea strainer. From the low pressure pump, we have it running around through a hole in the wood over here, directly to our filters here, okay? So it goes directly to our filters here, and it comes up from this 20 micron filter where it's filtered, flowing this direction to the 5 micron filter. From this 5 micron filter, it comes all the way back here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but we have our high pressure motor and our high pressure pump, which I assembled together. And then from this high pressure line, it flows into the membrane, right? And this is where the water is desalinated. This is where the magic happens. I can't remember the number exactly. I know on the gauge we get 800 psi right here. So I think it's about 800 psi that flows through this membrane, and that's basically what separates the salt out of the water, okay? And after it comes out of this membrane here, it then flows back through the wood, and then I'll show you guys a different angle in a minute, but then it flows up to our panel, right? And from our panel, then we have our freshwater gauge showing us how many gallons per hour we're making. We have our TDS monitor telling us like the cleanliness of the water, how many like microbes or however you want to say it is in the water. we get our pressure from our low pressure pump and our high pressure pump. And yeah, that's basically everything we have on here. And we have, I think, 4 lines running to the back of the panel. And then we have basically our end product. And that runs through here past the fuel tank to the back tank. And then I have a T-valve that I can switch it to run under the floor. That's what you guys saw us doing the other day, into the front tank. And yeah, it's done.
We have water!
We did it. It's installed. This is a relief. It's
been a project.
been a pain in the ass.
It's been a big project, but
we got it done.
Got it done. We put all the beds together and
Boat's gonna be clean. Organized.
felt good.
Go to the Bahamas.
Starts on provisioning. As you can see, we kind of went overboard.
So anytime we go provisioning, Nelly's always like, "Oh, we need this stuff. Like, I'm not gonna go overboard. Like, quit harassing me." We get here 4 carts later. We went overboard.
A little over. This was more than we've ever spent. Okay, people. So we just went provisioning, as you know. This is not even all of it. I've already put away like a quarter of it. We definitely went overboard, and I'm a little overwhelmed right now trying to figure out where we're gonna put all of this stuff. But we're gonna make it work, and then we're not gonna have to ever go shopping. So, but pretty much like main stuff that we got, like chips and stuff for ceviche. We make a lot of ceviche. We bought a lot of avocados, like not ripe at all, super hard avocados, and we're gonna put them in the fridge. We met someone and he said he'd had them for months and they were like perfect whenever he wanted them. So we love avocados. Anyways, like tortillas, flour, things that we can make other things with. We got some seaweed. That was one thing that we did not get last time that we needed. So if you're cruising, get some seaweed. Yeah, but I'm gonna get this all put away and you're gonna see it all put to use this season. And hopefully we won't have to spend another $1.
But I'm just gonna put this on her tail and bleed her over the edge so I don't take a chance on losing her. Actually, I'm gonna put it through the gills, yeah.
Still holding 5 at idle, 5.5.
Yeah?
Yeah. Ceviche?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I just filleted this beautiful mahi. Thank you for your due diligence to our lives. So we got some pretty big fillets here. I'm pretty stoked about it. I still have yet to skin them, but I'm about to skin them and we're going to just go ahead and make some ceviche. This is probably like the freshest ceviche ever. We caught the fish like not even an hour ago and now we're eating it, so pretty cool. I copy, yes. We are heading into the marina now. Do you have any dock Is that bow or stern in?
Sorry, just that. One side dive. One side dive.
Bow. Got it. We are heading in right now. Thank you so much. Good.
Sick.
So we moved into is this old Bahama Bay Marina, I think. Super nice. Everything is great. Banner is about to go spearfishing.
Yep, Soren and I are about to hop on the dinghy. I know nothing about this area, so we're literally just gonna go out and explore. We did this in Bimini, had a lot of luck, so we'll see if we get lucky again.
Woohoo! So we'll do some cleaning on the boat and
Hopefully we come back with dinner. Alright, y'all, so we just got back from a little spearfishing trip. We landed a lionfish, pretty good sized lionfish, and a really good Margate snapper. So I love targeting these two species specifically. You've seen us shoot them a lot if you've been following the channel, but Margate snapper are very plentiful in the Bahamas. They're everywhere, so I never mind taking one or a couple.
They're the hardest to play.
Yeah, they have very tough skin, very difficult to play. But just for those of you who don't know, who maybe aren't living in tropical areas, this is a lionfish. They're very invasive to Florida, the Bahamas, all through the Caribbean. So the problem with them is they usually eat 2 to 3 times the amount of reef fish that fish do around this area. So you're thinking about that this species of fish is eating double, sometimes even triple the amount of fish that the other species do out here. And then on top of that, every year the females can, once they reach sexual maturity, can lay up to 2 million eggs per year. So if you think about that, they're just out there eating a ridiculous amount of fish, and then they're laying up to 2 million eggs per year.
Okay, so I'm going to fillet the lionfish first. One of the first things that you need to do is cut off the, what do you call these?
I guess barbs.
Barbs, yeah. So these are poisonous barbs. So when you're filleting, always just chop them off with some scissors real fast. And then it's all good. As for the Margate, super like thick scales. So it'll for sure dull your knife. So make sure you have a knife sharpener.
Every one of them is venomous, except for, I think, the bottom, the anal one, and one more area, but all the rest of them have venom in them.
Is this an anal one? Oh, the tail.
Woohoo! Look at that. So this is the Margate snapper I speared yesterday, and took some of Nellie's homemade bread, which is always delicious, and I'm gonna make us like cheesy flatbread snapper sandwiches. And it looks pretty dang good. Finished off with a goombay, of course. Cheers. First bite, cheers. Great sandwich, baby.
That is so good. Yum! Killed it, baby. Oh my god.
Nothing like catching your own food and eating it and making your own bread.
Yeah. Bread is like the best thing to have on
Living off the land, baby.
Okay, so
Good morning.
Good morning. We are about to head over to Great Sail Key today. We have some south-southeast winds, so hopefully the anchorage will be pretty protected. After Great Sail Key, we're going to head to Spanish Key, where we're going to hide away in a marina. The wind is shifting from south to north that night, so it's going to be kind of weird to be at an anchorage, so we're just going to hide at a marina, and then from there, I think we're planning on heading to Green Turtle, and I don't know.
Very tentative plan
Yes.
from there, so we'll see.
So we'll see, but hopefully today goes well.